Welcome back to podcast. Stand up.
Stand Up, the podcast.
Stand
Episode...
up, podcasted.
Ice a storm.
We're still fucking doing this shit.
We kind of did it for a while.
It's because, well...
Number one, happy holidays, assholes, judging us. Number two, fuck the flu. And number three, we're fucking busy. I got shit to do.
If we made millions of dollars doing this, which we will be on our new Patreon coming soon.
All 600, but two whole episodes with 600 views combined. Fucking next level!
Blah, 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 blah. We're the best Vanguard podcast. I don't know anyone
I
else.
know, let's make playmats.
Shots fired.
Let's make playmats and sell them. Design them. Very poorly, mind you. Sell them and then never send them.
Who are we fucking taking the piss out of this? I'm not sure. I lost.
You know.
Whatever. So it's us again. Jay, Andrew, Justin, episode 3, Stand Up the Podcast. And we had a lot to talk about because...
We missed a few million years.
Nah, it was like 4 weeks. Just
So,
a lot of shit.
Bunker, Missile Dragon.
No one cares
Don't
about
work.
Buddy Faye.
I think lots of people actually
I
don't.
think
do that shit.
no one cares.
Buddy Fight's still like the Hero World.
Bro,
Didn't I already write about that last time? Was that like Hero World, Best World?
Hero World is,
Okay, then that's
is
covered.
definitely
It's
best
so
girl.
good. But so we had the new set come out, which was cool.
Set a 16.
And now in fucking 2 weeks, another set comes out, and then another 2 months, another set comes out, and fucking
Not even
March
2
is-
months, bro.
Yeah, 2 months. It comes out
Yeah,
in
March. We've done this.
Oh, I thought. Oh, you're right.
Trial
Sorry,
decks come
we're
out the end of February.
Yeah. Holy shit.
With signed
And then just fuck Vanguard. Well, I wouldn't say fuck Vanguard. It's just like, you want to play Vanguard? 2 starter decks, pro.
I don't know if it's pro because
You don't get the pro perfect guards.
they're updating the game in such a way that I think they've set it out in such a way that right now in Japan it works for Japan. I don't think because the meta is so
I guess
different.
fuck Whitey.
Fuck Whitey, basically. Because in
Fuck
English,
you, round eye.
in English the games are pretty different, and I think if they want to keep the stride cards the way they are, they should make changes for the English meta, which they have been known to do sometimes, or they should change the way stride works in a lot of times, because there's a lot of things about it that I think are somewhat game breaking. I'm not as adamant about it as Jay is.
Just because I've seen the people, like 16 crit, drop their hand, sack.
I know, but that's super lame.
I know, but
I'm not
people are
gonna
going to
that.
do it,
Our
man.
local meta will not do that.
So anyway, so I guess we should just talk about before we get into like the nougaty goodness of the what we have to talk about.
That sounds
Awesome
delicious.
talking points, numbers A through H. We should guess I just talk about the set 16 that came out.
So, clans that were included in the set. Go.
Gold Paladin, Royal Paladin, Link Joker. Help me, Spike Brother, Spike Brother. Who else? Narukami. Yeah, that's your shit.
Is that everything? It's 5, right?
Yeah.
No, there were more than that.
Aqua Force.
Aqua Force. But yeah, they were lame and forgettable.
Yeah, Aqua Force stuff out of the set. We're not
They
going
did
to
so
talk.
well at AR's
We're not going to talk about it, but the Aqua Force stuff, I wouldn't say it's lame, but it's very lackluster.
Yeah,
I don't
compared
think it's
to
as good as
everything
Tetra Break Ride.
I will say, out of this set, unbiasedly, best deck, Thing Saver.
Biasly, though, Deleters.
Yeah, Deleters are great. Like,
Jay and I love Deleters, and biasly for Andrew,
Knuckle Brawlers.
Knucker Brawlers. But
That they
unbiasedly,
change rules on!
they change all the rules. Unbiasedly, though, I won't disagree. Maybe not as a deck, but Thing Saver as a card really, really works really, really well and is really, really great. I'd say he's better than Abyss, and I'd say he's better than a lot of the other old restanders for obvious reasons.
yeah, he's good.
And I think he is better than Buff Doge, just on his own,
Yeah,
just comparatively.
I'll say that. Especially if you use that Mega Trial deck starter to build Soul a little bit more.
Yes, insider tips, if you haven't already heard this, the Mega Trial deck, which in Japan was the Daigo Trial deck, which I absolutely love. Andrew's favorite Japanese pop star.
Is
Pop
he really a
sensation.
thing? Is he really a thing?
Yeah.
You don't know who Daigo is? We'll show you after. He's a Japanese pop star, but he promotes Vanguard. He's in both the live-action Vanguard movies.
That's awesome.
And he's like,
He's kind of like a NASCAR car, but for Vanguard.
exactly. I actually have one of the Daigo promos in here. But, yeah, in English, the starter,
Pretty sure he has tattooed on his dick, stand up.
the starter in
God
that
damn.
Mega...
That's why.
The starter in that Mega Trial deck, I have like photographs of him too. The starter in the Mega Trial deck is just
Next
actability.
to bottles of Jerkins.
Actability.
Jerks it to him.
Put him in the soul, drop and draw. So it is absolutely perfect for Legion, especially for Thing Saver.
Ding.
Dude, you know Thing Saver's only $20 now?
Oh man.
Yeah, he plummeted.
But
The
He
whole
still-
set fell really
Oh,
hard.
Everything always falls in Vanguard.
Oh yeah, the perfect guards down. The secret perfect guards down to like $4 or $5. Like
They're like 18 for a minute.
yeah, they were like $18.
Out of our case, we got 9.
Jesus.
What's even crazier is I sold all those too. Like
At 18?
Yeah.
At 18.
Damn.
That was great.
intense.
That was good. That was money well done. Correctly.
But I would say deck-wise, Things Saver on top. I would biasedly give Deleters a solid number 2 position.
Honestly, all the decks are pretty good. Like Deleters and Spikes, I'd say are on the same level. They
I
perform
don't think
differently.
so.
The way Andrew plays,
As much as I love Spikes, they're probably bottom of the list. Like,
No way.
Yes, they're super good.
They're-
Knuckles, I think, are better than Spikes. I think Gold Paladins are better than Spikes.
I think Gold Paladins and Spikes are
consistently.
even. And Aqua
I can give
Force,
you that, maybe.
And Aqua Force is at the bottom.
The undisputed bottom, fair enough. But I feel like Things Saver top, then Deleters, then I'd say Narukami because their shit's really good. If you don't see it coming, you're done.
It's too like if
You
you
can
don't,
just consistently get off the knuckle fuck. It's
And
just
then-
like, oh.
which you usually can.
Gold
yeah.
Brothers, and then Aqua Force wins the Was in This Set award.
they got two. They got
Prestigious.
two worth money cards that together are worth $10.
Yeah, and then Deleters are good, but they're going to fall off when Stride comes out. unless
They will, but then they'll come back when they get new support.
That's what I hate about Knuckles, too. They're going to fall off with Stride, because it's like you need to keep those grade 3s in hand for the ability. You can't afford to pitch them for Stride.
Yeah.
That doesn't matter though. You can still do work with them.
I mean, yeah, but I mean,
We
the,
haven't
the
seen-
optimal way to play the deck is to hit 4 units at a time.
yeah, but we haven't seen Narukami Stride yet, have we?
Yes. No. They
No,
teased
no.
a bunch of Narukami stuff, didn't they?
They just teased so far the Narukami,
yeah, I
They have
saw
new
that.
cards that bind
The-
shit, yeah?
the Vermilion Legion or whatever.
But I've run some more support because there's something in
They've
Narukami
teased
that
some
binds
cards,
now.
but
They
they
teased
haven't.
that. They teased the Eradicator grade 1 that can unflip.
Yeah, that one's pretty good.
Which is good. Yeah,
Oh, very good.
I got a new Eradicator support. That's nice.
So yeah, BT 16 version E, thumbs up, good set.
Good set. I wish they weren't cramming the sets together. I understand on a business level, I guess, why they're doing it, but I still wish they wouldn't do that.
Honestly.
I love at this point we're actually going to catch up, not like, what, a year and a half ago where they're like, hey, we're just going to jump you to like set 5, and there, we're on cut up, and now
In
we're
6 months, ittle be amazing because we'll get normal releases and they'll be in line with Japan.
like, well, yeah, because
Right
like,
now, it's a little cramped.
yeah,
Yeah.
like by May we'll get BTG2 and Japan will be getting BTG3, so we'll be exactly 1 set behind.
And they'll keep catching us
So
up.
out of 16, I would say pick up Seekers because they're going to continue to get support.
I mean,
I don't think anything else.
No, Seekers don't get any more support.
Didn't they do trial deck Seekers? Or are they
no, it's its own thing, but it
yeah.
still does really well in Japan because it's a restander. That's
Yeah.
pretty much what the restanders.
And even though like their Stride stuff is not specific to the archetype, but the support for that new like archetype,
What are they called? I forget.
They're called Holy Blue Knights, or I can look it up. They're called like Holy Knights of something. G Stride.
I don't know. I don't remember what's like the bad English translation actual one or the actual
His name-
Japanese term.
Well, so
Super Brew.
Divine Swordsman of the Shiny Star,
Oh, fuck me.
and
That's a
their
long name.
archetype is called Knight of Blue Heavens,
yeah,
or Knight of. Actually,
not to brew heaven.
they don't really have a. They're all just knights. They don't really have an archetype.
Oh, they're just connected.
Because all of the like cards that support with this trial deck all support the grade 3 whose name is Altamile. But the other cards, like, it's like kind of over the place. I think that's why the Stride, like, who's
Will
called...
Galahad see a resurgence in play?
Maybe,
Oh, he
you never
is a
know.
knight. He is best
Dude,
knight.
the Stride out of that trial deck, Vague Sacred Knight Galblade. You just Stride him, call 2. It's reasonably
Fucking-
good. But you call 2 from...
Hand? Yeah, hand.
With the senior set. No, that's what Altamile does. This one, search your deck for a grade 2, call it. That's not it.
But just 1 grade 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
The other one does 2, the other one does 1.
So there's a good... Seekers may not get more support, but that stuff definitely doesn't
Fall off.
inhibit each other too
Yeah.
much. And then what's after that? We're gonna go to the fucks category.
No. I guess we could do. I guess we could cover 17 now, just because we were just talking about this too. It's like with the fact that we have like what? When did 16 drop? December what? 16th.
Yeah.
Okay, so then the 23rd of January, a full 37 days later,
Almost
we
exactly.
have 17 coming out, and I'm at the point now where it's just like. I just want to skip 17. Like, I hate to be the guy like, well, I'm just waiting for Stride to come out. But it's like, I balled out a little bit in 16 because I built leaders from scratch and loved it. But I feel like it might be worth it to snipe a couple cards from 17. But I really don't see, like, I don't see it being worth your time to dump it into it unless you've been waiting. Like, unless you've been like, fuck 16, Kagero, come on the great.
So I just have that problem, like that sociopathic buying card games problem. So I'm really excited for it. Especially because I've always liked Link Joker, and I'm just
yeah,
like,
well-
the dump of Link Joker is where it's really at.
So, that kind of, I forgot all about that. That's why they switched up, because like, fucking nerds buy Blaster Joker, we'll sell boxes that way. Because without that, if that had come out in 16,
Well, I mean, it seems like 17's more of a niche set. It's like, oh, here D-Police, which it's like, you're not kind of like, D-Police, you're either like D-Police or, don't care.
Whatever, who's a robot?
And same with Musketeers. You're either like hardcore Neo-Nectar, let's get some plants going, or you're not.
Granted, the D-Police, I think they all look fucking beautiful.
They do. Like, I haven't looked up in much of their art. I'm like, wow, these guys are pretty sweet. They're not Dayusha, but they're sweet.
They're different. They look a little more like Razors, but they are cool in their own
They're
way.
like much darker than Dayusha. They're like our justice is so absolute. Whatever we do, it's right.
Whatever
like,
we do, it is right.
So we're comparing Gundam Wing to Gundam OO. So that's DOB.
Fun fact, Gundam Wing was the only time they used Gundanium.
Oh!
We're gonna fucking go there. Is this really worth...
Sorry, you
all
called
those
him
people are
out.
like, oh, they're called Gundams because of Gundanium.
You called him out for being a nerd. He's swiping you right back.
Motherfucker.
Jay liked to explain to us the other day about Gundanium and how it's what Gundams are made out of, and that's the only reason why they're called Gundams, right?
No, that was only in Wing. The original Gundam term comes from like strength of a gun, force of a dam. And
Actually, he used to be called Gunboy, but that was stupid, so they went with Gundam.
Guys,
Motherfucker.
If I could take advice from the guy who thought Gundanium was canon,
You didn't know what Gundanium was, motherfucker, until you went home and Googled it because I dropped knowledge on it.
I easily stopped you.
this is not the entry-level Weeaboo cast.
Anyway, the reason I make is because in Gundam OO, their whole thing was like, if you're gonna start war, we'll fucking kill you.
That's what D-Police are now.
That's what Metalborg is like, whereas Dayush is just like, shine forth, brilliant justice. What? No, I'm a fucking text myself.
Hey, what would just
School Andrew.
So we have a
Gundam
section. We have a section here called
These
hoes ain't loyal. Guys, I'm gonna step out there. Why don't you have your little moment together about Gundams?
No,
I have nothing. I don't have any.
no,
to interject.
I'm fucking good.
You good?
I'm
okay.
good. So before these hoes ain't loyal, it was
17.
So we were all pissed about Thing Saber Abyss. So this kind of segues into we're going to talk about ARG because another ARG for Vanguard had 85.
85 people, pretty good.
I mean, it's not like the fucking Yu-Gi-Oh turnout, but it's nothing to scoff at. Almost 100 people.
I don't know, especially for being a Florida event. I don't know. I just see Florida as like a hard. It's like either you live in Florida, Alabama, Georgia, or you're like really going out your way to go.
Yeah.
But some people really went out of their way to go there, and we appreciate that because it's really
and
cool.
a shout out to our friend Michael who got
Michael
fifth in that tournament.
We don't like to
from our
drop a lot
locals.
of names, Jay, but Michael from our locals got 5th place with his needs money for perfect guards Genesis deck.
Well, backstory: he actually just didn't want to run perfect guards.
He had them.
He has them. He didn't
He has
have
them.
money.
Another back thing, he didn't even get enough money from 5th place to buy perfect cards.
But the funny thing was, is because Michael, we're very much on a first name basis, just at local. It's like, hey Mike, what's going on? We've been hanging out, go get dinner and stuff. But like, we were like, what's Michael's last name? Because there's a Michael that played Regalia, and like me and him talk shop about because I play Regalia too. Like, what deck? Like, what do I run? And I was like, man, you got to run Freya. He's like, I might put it in there as a one of. I was like, oh whatever. So like. I was like, I don't know if that's our Michael. And I look at the fucking deck list. I was like, that's got 4 Witcher Oranges and 1 Freya. I was like, that's gotta be him. And then we saw the picture.
Yeah, then we looked at the picture. We're like, wait, that's our Michael.
Michael, baby.
But so the top deck was just pure Thing Saber.
Yeah, with like I think it was 4 Thing Saber, 1 Alfred, 3 Wingle.
Yeah, which I've seen a lot of people do Alfred Wingle.
Which
Thing Saber.
I like. My deck is 4 Thing Saber, 4 Alfred. I kind of want to move the Wingles back in. I love Alfred to death. I have 2 Legionnaires and 1 SP of him. I think he's the coolest shit ever. Called the Exit, which is a bad name.
But he's just kind of bleh.
But the problem is, he's only good as a one-of. Because you play him, and he gets the crit, and it's a little pressure. But his best thing is, like, call him, he's an extra soul for Thing Saver later.
Yeah.
So not a bad card, but maybe a 1 or 2 of. Or if you make a different deck, like Alfred, Purgatory, something.
Well, I know Japan has been running a lot of the Seeker Legion promo, the Brutus or whatever.
That's the one from Fighters Collection.
Yeah.
No, were they? Or
You talking about the dragons or the dudes?
Brutus is from Fighters Collection.
maybe I'm mixing up the names, but I swear the one they were running was the one that actually was the G3 like Legion one. The one that gets like super big.
Well, no, he gives 5k. He's like a Thing Saber. He's like a Soul Saber dragon. He gives 2 things 5k. 3 things 5k.
Is he a white dragon or is he?
No, we're talking about. I'm talking about the one that came with the like the Mega Colony Legion and the
Yeah,
Legion campaign.
that's the. I have him in here.
yeah.
The Legion campaign. He's a white dragon. He's good.
Yeah.
Him with Alfred. Actually, this is a good deck. Him with Alfred.
Do it. Splash
More
it.
budget.
Go fucking nuts.
What's he called? He is
I
called
forgot.
Seeker Lightsaber Dragon.
Ah.
So he is like Soul Saber Dragon.
Oh, his effect is exactly just like a copy of
Yeah.
it.
The mate's a little weird for that. It's a little more situational, but it's good.
But yeah, I was just pleased to see that, like, as salty as I was about, like, you know,
them allowing
clowns
saber
and, like, you know, not a clan battle. It didn't really get abused, and that's cool.
Well, because a lot of people ran it. I think like a dozen people ran it. Maybe like something around that number. I don't have enough here, but like a good number of people ran it. And people in America, I guess, just know how to guard Winglebrave. And I was like, oh yeah. I guess if you guard Winglebrave, they're grade-locked a lot, aren't they? And that is totally what happened from what I understand. Most people were just like, you know, this is easy to play. If I just do this, then you're out of the tournament in 2 rounds. And I guess that happened to almost every single one of them.
That's intense.
No. I was just very pissed that they weren't doing clan fight, because while Bushiroad has been like, we're officially adopting it, every form of tournament they've had has been some form of clan fight.
Clan fight is clearly, as Andrew has described, pick up some media, as Andrew has described, the way Vanguard is designed, it's pretty much designed to be with clan fight. There are specific situations.
I mean, that's why so many clans had Lord on it for like years, but now we've gotten to Legion where the text box is so small. They're just like, oh, well, you know what? We've done it so long. People know it's clan fight. We don't have to put Lord anymore. And now they're like, oh, well, now that Lord's not on it, we can start mixing. It's like, no. It was designed
I think it's flat,
to be...
Whatever.
Okay.
You're fine.
Yeah.
Sorry, continue. I just...
that was at the end of my point.
Beast in this. I'm not going to put on the post condensation. So, grabbing a drink.
Myers just did like a weird vertigo thing. I don't know.
You have vertigo now?
I don't know.
Andrew has vertigo?
It's like one of those things where it's like one of your ears pops, but the other doesn't.
Oh, I
and then
hate
you got that weird, like, you're hearing things weird.
I had that today when I was killing animals. Anyways,
What kind?
little adorable ones.
Are you part of Nambla?
Damn it. We can't talk about this here.
Why can't we talk about Nambla?
But here's why.
Because we don't know anything about it except it exists.
It's because of those Jose and Loyal.
Dang.
I'm just saying, do the boys join Nambla, or do they go out and seek these boys?
That's the thing we don't know. If you
know, send us
If you know the
Don't have any contact with us. Why do you want to hear from these people? Stop it.
No, I don't want to hear from people in Nambla.
Wikipedia. That's what it's for.
I'll Google it right now.
No, don't Google. We're fucking doing better shit.
I'm trying to break the fourth wall, bring our fans in here. With their Nambla.
That's insulting.
I told you this is the part where Jay was like, bring it back.
Jesus, we got there early.
It's like that Are You Smart with a 5th grader, and it's like, oh, 3rd grade question. If a trapezoid is split into 56 sides, then how many of the combined sides? It's like, what?
It's more like, what is a trapezoid? I'm like, a square. Anyway. So ARG, good stuff. When is the next one? Do we know?
Dallas. I believe ARG Dallas is the next
Is it
one.
Dallas? I haven't really heard anything because ARG's been pushing their winter like championship thing, so I don't. Like their next thing is pretty much like a semi-Nax where it's like, oh, they take the best winners and they play. So
I'm looking it up.
I haven't really heard anything more of Vanguard after that. I hope they still keep doing it. I mean, they got 85 people. That's nice. They should keep doing stuff.
Bring it closer to us. Fucking road trip, son.
Well, we're already road tripping in the spring for that Bushiroad like festival thing.
Oh, totally.
The triathlon.
Yeah,
What
I don't
is
know.
that? Do we got a date for that?
No, they haven't released any dates really. They're just like, hey, sometime between April and July, we'll be hitting up like 8 different cities or whatever.
Nice.
Oh, I think actually, I think ARG Dallas already happened. Maybe there wasn't Vanguard at it.
Yeah.
It should have happened. Orlando was just a couple weeks ago.
Well, Orlando was 3-4.
Well, Dallas was. Well, I think
And Dallas was
long.
7-8. Dallas Fort Worth was the 7th and the 8th.
Oh, wow.
Weird.
What about
Last
that?
week?
Yeah, it was
So is
last
there anything
week.
about when they're doing another one?
Oh,
or?
this was this weekend. No, what? No, it was 7 and 8.
Yeah, it was last. Like that was like Wednesday and Thursday. That's weird.
Are you sure that wasn't December 7th and 8th?
Dallas might have been first.
Oh, I'm sorry. February 7th and 8th.
Oh, so ARG Dallas. February.
ARG Dallas, February 7th and February 8th.
That's
Actually,
awesome.
we could go to that. No,
No,
that's too
okay.
far.
I drove that once. It was balls hard.
We would
Oh my
fly,
God.
Avi.
Yeah. 16-hour drive. I actually woke up and my leg had been pressed against the wall so long it fell asleep and I couldn't wake it up for an hour. I was legitimately
Dude,
scared.
you
My
should go
leg
to your
had
doctor.
died.
You should go to the doctor for that.
I was in a car.
Yeah, you could go to the doctor. You're
I'm like, well, if this doesn't wake up soon, I might just have to cut it off.
Life is over.
Fat guy problems.
Indeed.
So, when stuff goes wrong, you're like, is this it? Is this what all the doctors have been telling me? Is this where I change my life around and then I grab another donut?
Is this where kale becomes an option?
Can we pin a I don't know what everything was. We should pimp that hoodie. What was it called? Senpai in the streets?
No,
it was Kawaii in the
Kawaii
streets.
in the streets, senpai in the sheets.
You guys should all buy this hoodie.
I don't think that's
I'm
good.
gonna buy one.
I mean, do you, player? But
We all should buy
I
it.
feel like that repels women more so.
Well, you're not kawaii at all.
Yeah, you're not Kawaii enough.
I don't give a fuck.
You have a wife.
I've given up. I got a presto, but
Jason!
you know what's sexy for me? Doing the dishes.
Ooh.
Already done.
It's pretty late.
Vicious?
He brushed the dirt off his shoulders.
I did. They heard.
I don't know if they could hear.
I enunciated the brushing.
Shush, shush, shush,
Shush,
shush.
shush, shush.
Flowing.
Okay, so what's next?
So we're there on time.
On time? We've been talking for 2 hours already. No, I'm just kidding.
I feel like we've really been talking
No, we've
about
only been talking about 20 minutes. So
Fuck.
You should expand some.
Well, fucking, anybody else have shit to do? My fucking A through H is done almost.
What was the full ARG top 8? Does anybody have it?
It's on the Vanguard blog USA website.
Oh, yeah. Let me look at it really quick. 'Cause I'd like
And
to
I also
know-
love that because they actually had all the deck lists now instead of just being like, well, I think here was one, and
I think we're learning together.
Okay, so first place, we had the Seeker deck, which was 4 Thingsaver, 1 Alfred, 3 Wingle.
Like it, like a lot.
Second place was Bluish Flames with 4 Glare and 4 Percival, which is the deck that I like.
I feel a lot of people run it. Yeah, core kind of sucks. It sucks he's Legion Rare.
The third place was also Thingsaver, but it was 2 Alfred, 2 Wingle, 4 Thingsaver, which is still pretty close. The next one was the weird guy with the Teletubbies costume and the Anonymous mask.
The V for Vendetta Man.
Yeah, which was that would have been fifth place or
Fourth.
Did you know that?
Oh,
was
third and
V
fourth,
for
yeah.
Vendetta, or did we have to tell you?
No, I know it's for Vendetta.
And when did you say it?
Because whatever. That guy was also
Fucking
playing
read it.
Seekers. Fourth
See, I actually really
Thingsaver.
like V for Vendetta.
4 Thingsaver, he's leaving. 2 Wingle, 2 Alfred. And then 5th through 8th, we got Michael, who was 5th, with his 4 CEO, 4 Nicks. We got the leaders.
Yeah.
With
The
4
latest represent.
of each the leaders. Then we've got...
The other thing, we'll come back to the
Oh, yeah, we'll come back to it. I
it.
just want to read them all. Then after that, we have the Aqua Force deck, which had Tetraburst and Demetrius, which are the Legions, I guess.
Now, Demetrius is the new break ride.
Is he the Draw 2 Break Ride?
Yeah.
Oh, that deck actually makes sense to me in my head now.
Yeah.
And then the 8th place was 4 Percival, 4 Prominence Core.
Dude, it does, like I said, a dude at our
I don't know how
shop.
that works, but I guess it does.
Switch 4, Percival, 4 core. You're just eating a craft single.
Well, I think the fatter thing was I thought about putting on waste potato chips, so...
Have you seen that picture? This is hot singles in your area, and it's 2 of those in a frying pan.
Yes, I am just eating a craft single.
That's
Do you
okay.
hate yourself? This is plastic.
There's cheese. There's turkey.
I saw. I just want cheese. Well, cheese-like substance.
Jesus.
Cheese like substance.
Jesus.
Oh! And stop recording.
And we're done. Just quit. Fuck it. Be professional.
CJ, hot singles in your area.
That's nice.
Wait, did we legit stop?
No,
Yeah.
we're still going. We're still
Oh,
going.
I was like, oh, man. Shit.
Look, man, what a bad podcast.
Yeah, Deleter's good stuff. He ran 6 crit, 6 draw.
I didn't check. I can double check though. I
Pretty
believe
sure
that's what he
6
ran
and
though.
6.
Let's have the fight right now, motherfucker.
No, I'm just having a hard time. Like, I run stands of Deleters, and I fucking love it.
It's good. It works for you, but I just think it's the way you play.
Yeah.
Because he ran 4 heal, obviously, 4 draw, 4 crit. Wait, what is that?
He ran, like, different heal triggers, because they have different names.
Oh yeah,
They have 2 crit, 2 heal, 1 set of stand. Which
Yeah,
makes
so he
sense.
ran. I believe he ran 8.
I want to see that guy that runs Kagura and runs only like one of each of the heal, one of each of the crits. and just,
That was me when we went to fucking
Nashville.
Nashville.
hey, everyone else has done that. Your life has been lived thousands of times. Kill yourself.
Aw. I was playing Nova Grapplers, and I was like, I thought it would be all cool because I had like one of each trigger, like one of each crit and one of each draw, and it was just like, okay, write out your deck list. I was like, oh man,
Yeah,
I almost
should've
didn't
done
make it.
And I bet when you get married, you're gonna do Somewhere Over the Rainbow with a ukulele. Yeah, it's been done.
Whoa,
That one fat Hawaiian guy.
I have to go
Yeah.
cry now. I was gonna do that, but now I can't do it because the angel can't come.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're officially
Yeah.
uninvited to my wedding, guys.
Yeah.
Jay didn't invite me to his.
I didn't fucking know you.
Granted, you invited a bunch of people you barely knew.
I invited her to the shop, like, come to my wedding, and everyone's like, fuck you. Happy wedding. So, yeah.
The people who really wanted to go didn't have rides and our children.
I don't know.
True. Why why don't you come? Could have asked, hey, bro, wedding, question mark? I'm like, no, fuck you.
I think that was before I actually, like, started going to the shop for Vanguard. It was kind of like I was casual.
You're the cool, like, Yu-Gi-Oh kid. Like,
It was right around the time when you were, like,
Band
topping
nerds.
Yu-Gi-Oh events and fucking bitches.
Still do.
He's a committed girlfriend. I don't want to give anybody the wrong idea.
Oh, what is if she listens and goes, oh, so that's what he's doing?
She doesn't. I know Lindsay listens. Your girlfriend should listen.
No, she doesn't. My wife does not listen to this
Oh,
shit.
Yeah, I'm like,
She has better shit to do with her time. I don't even know our listeners listen to
well,
that.
what? She's gonna listen to an hour, but she doesn't understand shit. It's like listening to a French movie and there's no subtitles. It's just like, oh my du fromage. I know that word.
That means cheese.
I know where Orlando is. What's a deleter?
So, anyways,
It's the best. Deleters are the best. You want to be super cool when you deleter? When you O-Kiss, say Control Alt Delete for each
Counterblast Control. Oh, it's so great.
So fucking cool. Copywritten.
No, I think the worst was that was actually in a preview of King of the Nerds. The next guy's like, I'm going to Control Alt Delete everyone.
Well, shit.
And it's pretty much like...
How deep is your pool? I'm gonna go fucking drown myself.
It's empty right now. If you jump in it, you might die.
It's like really nerdy black guy with glasses, too. So...
Damn it.
I'm sorry, Jay.
Drink a breach.
We had a really good thing going there for 4 days.
Whatever, bro. I counterblast. It's different. He didn't counterblast. Wants to be like me. In my dreams, in my knowledge, I'm fucking king of this.
Okay.
Anyway.
Hey, he might be king. We don't know. We need to watch the show.
I didn't watch the
He's
show.
not a Duke of Darkness, that's for sure.
Jay is
Well,
the
he is
Duke.
black.
Jay is the Duke of Dark.
Awesome. So fucking, what's the timestamp so I can edit that shit out?
Jay, if you like to know the timestamp, it is around 25, 26
Fucking
minutes.
awesome. I'm gonna do it myself. School Andrew on Gundam, 25 minutes, edit out racism.
No,
Winky
keep the
face.
Gundam stuff in. The Gundam
I'm gonna
stuff.
school him on Gundam.
Move
Because
the
this
Gundam.
motherfucker posted, I got my Dimensional Robo pilot's license. They're not piloted, you fuck. They're alive.
How do you know? Where's the lore that says they
Fucking pull up the Vanguard wiki right now.
Hold on, guys.
Who the fuck is Warrior Dies?
Really
Is
quick.
it just some little kid running around? He pilots the
We
shit.
should,
No,
we
he's a
should
dude.
move
What?
this to the end. The bonus segment.
The bonus
Oh,
thing.
what? You got flowing material right now from your mouth? Let's hear it.
Yeah, bring it on,
Come on,
ass.
Warren Smith. Let's do this.
Dimension
Fortune and
Police
fire and flames.
Wiki.
Dude, they're alive dudes. They talk about the soul because they're the robots are alive.
The Dimension Police is a clan from the Stargate Nation.
Go to fucking
Dramatically based-
Dayusha. Don't read the fucking whole thing.
Oh, but it's
God damn
actually
it.
kinda
We don't
cool.
care about Zeal or the other fucking C-grade fucking clanmates.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Robot Jesus.
So Shadow Kaiser or who are you looking for? Just Dayusha?
Dayusha. Fucking
Okay.
gonna get punched in the ear. I
What
swear
did I
to
do?
God. That's what you didn't do.
I don't think he's on this list, guys. I'm really.
Oh my
I'm just
fuck.
kidding. I'm just kidding.
I'm saying they're supposed to be based on the Megazords. Megazords fucking are
They're
piloted.
based off of Gundam.
So Go Eagle's cool, right?
No, it's not. Go Eagles shit.
Go Eagle's based on Gundam Exia after it was destroyed.
The fuck? They just talking about
Yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah, you might
Yeah.
know shit.
Super Dimensional Robo Dayusha. So what am I reading?
They're just that Dayusha is an alive thing and not a dude in a robot.
I mean,
I've done.
I don't know where to find
I've
that.
never seen once where it said they're sentient robots.
Jay's not taking my laptop.
Yeah, bro, just talk about shit.
Okay, so nothing else to talk about. You guys are gonna keep arguing about this fill time.
There's a fucking section called lores. You can't
Yeah, I've been in there. Have you?
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm reading right now, so I can't talk shit, but yeah.
Read out loud. You can do that. You're a big boy.
Robot.
Duh. Don't be
Michael Bay by Dayusha.
It's right here. Motherfuck Andrew Eskridge, you small dick faggot. Wow, that's weird.
Jay, does it really say that's pretty weird?
That's really specific. Edited by me. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, it comes full circle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it actually doesn't speculate.
Nope, it does not. Eat a dick.
You're still wrong.
dick.
You're still wrong.
Okay.
Still wrong. I'm gonna fucking edit this
victory
shit.
sip tastes so good.
It's a victory sip. You didn't win. You just didn't lose. Is that fucking a victory for you?
I take it where I can.
Take it what you can get.
We're not gonna be having a short word from our sponsors. Oh, we don't have sponsors. That's right. I forgot.
Bah shit. If you'd like to be a sponsor, send an email to
Seriously,
Vanguard blog.
Kickstarter should sponsor us.
Yeah,
guzzle that
Kickstarter
shit
should
this entire
sponsor us.
time.
We drink a lot of Mountain Dew Kickstarter. We'd love that.
Brought to you by Mountain Dew Kickstart. With electrolytes, 5% juice, caffeine, and
they put it
5%
in-
juice again.
They put it in a 2-liter, I'd care. Speaking of 2 liters, Pepsi Max is getting a cherry flavor.
Woo! That sounds great,
They should
actually.
rack pitch black. I'm just saying.
Whatever.
I'm glad I left Indiana today.
Dreams don't fucking come true.
Hey, Surge came back. French Toast Crunch came back. The 90s are coming.
All right, so...
The 2090s.
Set 16 is dead. Set 17...
Well, set 16 is not dead. The decks that are good will still be good.
Yeah.
In fact, I think overall, I think 16 had more really good decks than 17.
I don't know, 16 and 17 just seem like one set to me, because just like everything gets something, and then that's it. It's not like it's not like 17 we get more Royal Paladin or more anything else.
You're not wrong. That's a good point.
Well, outside of Link Joker, but Link Joker gets deleters is one thing and Star Baiters is another.
I wonder if those new other deleter cards might get put in 17. That'd be super hype.
We're only missing like 2.
There's another stand trigger.
Is there another stand trigger?
Yeah. There's one from the trial deck and one from the set.
No, there was just the one from the trial deck.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they only had one set of
I
stands.
assumed there were 2. My bad.
I wanted to run 6 and 6. My fucking custom made.
Jay, edit that to make me sound smart and you sound dumb.
Go fuck yourself. But yeah, so I guess the next point we're getting to is just how quickly they're releasing the sets.
So, a while back, I believe it was towards the end of summer, Bushiroad started announcing a lot of their events in Japan. They announced the opening of a really big new storefront in Japan that was all Bushi products. It's really beautiful. But the main thing that came out of that conference, it was also when they announced the movie. The main thing that came out of that conference was they said they were committed to bringing the English releases up to speed. And they gave a bunch of reasons for this. It was a long time ago, but I'm pretty sure one of their main reasons was they didn't like the differences in the sets that they were about to change, because they knew they were about to have different sets in English and Japanese.
Right.
They don't want the version E distinction because they don't want people to feel different for some reason. I don't know. They want everything.
USA.
They want everybody to get the same thing so that internationally everybody can play Vanguard together.
Ding.
Because right now, like
internationals
is like a weird thing. Like we don't play the Japanese in like a big overarching tournament.
Bushiroad's weird with their thing, because like I know with Wei Schwartz, they're like, oh, we'll have a USA only tournament, but then randomly in the US we'll also have Japanese only tournaments where you run Japanese, but then rarely they'll have, well, hey, you can mix them, but then you can't. It's like, it's so weird.
It's very all over the place. They're trying to consolidate.
They got like 5 Nats for Wave Schwartz going on a year. I'm just like, I can't.
That's a lot, actually.
But
they're trying to consolidate all that and make all that better. And one of the sacrifices, if you consider it a sacrifice, I'm sure they don't.
The Legion.
But one of their sacrifices is that to bring us up to speed, they're not going to slow down the Japanese release.
Well, first off, they like the Legion season is just
the Legion season is
North
gone.
America.
I don't super care about the.
We'll never know how they say Legion.
Justin, no! Put down the gun! Justin, no!
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd just like to say right now that pisses Justin off more than anything, and it's brought up on purpose. So make sure you comment below. Justin, how do you pronounce Legion? Clearly it's Legion. Duh. Legion.
In ancient Rome, they had legions of soldiers. That's where the word legion comes from.
That's not Vanguard.
Whoa, reference to real shit?
Yeah, fuck, that's not Vanguard, scrub.
If you live in the United States of America, you can go to a library. In libraries,
a library?
They have books.
Still have those?
Believe it or not, they have books.
I thought that's where you just print stuff when you don't on a computer.
One of those books is called Addiction.
Well, no, you actually got. Well, can you?
Both
do they have
things.
computers there you can get on it?
Yeah, if a Kinko's like
guys, I'm having a
They
moment.
have a bathroom you can use. That's also good.
the trash, but yeah, you can poop in it.
I'm having a moment here, guys.
You get it. You know,
In the library, they have the dictionary.
Lost your moment, bro.
They have a dictionary. You can look up Legion as a word.
Remember when everyone used to have a library card? Nobody has those anymore.
I actually have
I have 3, so.
Well, you're also old.
Ooh.
I am old.
But yeah. So they're skipping the Legion season of the anime,
which is sad because that's a cool.
It's not a bad
Aren't
season.
they also releasing the G season like 2 episodes a week or something?
Until they catch up, G season's coming out.
Yeah,
2
but I
episodes.
mean, that's like something too. Like, we really just want to catch up.
It's like one on Saturday, one on Wednesday.
It's so weird. Like they're a Japanese-centered game, but they're like, hey, let's treat America well.
Which is interesting. It's good and bad. It's bad right now
because the dub is bad.
Well, like Konami just says fuck you to the Americans. Like Japan, basically the Yu-Gi-Oh! To go on a Yu-Gi-Oh! Tangent, apologize. Yu-Gi-Oh! Every set, we get our own English exclusives. We get 9 cards that are English exclusive. Japan also gets 9 cards that are Japanese exclusive. Every September, they get a pack called the Extra Pack, where it contains a year's worth of our English exclusive cards. So they know every year when they're going to get our English exclusive card. We don't get that. Konami just brings over when the fuck they feel like it.
Fright for a Tiger, damn it.
Confirmed.
Oh, Chronomaly shit. We've been waiting 2 years on that.
We're never going to get that. It's not relevant anymore.
we don't know when we're getting this. It's just like, hey, they're releasing a thing. Hopefully they'll put good shit in
I
it.
thought it was called Jake Chronomalies, the furniture. I was trying to tell you about.
Yeah.
They're furniture. It's furniture, isn't it?
No, it's ancient, like, artifact things, like the crystal skull, the pyramid.
But there's a chair.
Probably like a throne.
No, that's the Star Safes.
Star Seraphs. That's the one I was talking about. They're chairs.
One of them's a chair. One of them's a chair.
Fair enough. So back to Vanguard. They're putting G out on the YouTube, and I feel like, number one, it's just the voice talent from Buddy Fight.
A lot of it is, except for Kamui's back.
Yeah.
And I think the voice acting is mixed. I know you don't like it.
It's really rough. It is really
Ibuki,
rough.
I think Ibuki's good.
I haven't heard Ibuki's voice. I'm just talking about, like, from pure production, it's like fandom-ish, quality-wise.
I like that they kept the same Kamui, but I feel like I wish he would act it differently. And I like...
I mean, what? Did he just get all that fame from Vanguard? He can leave and go on some grander thing?
No, I'm just saying.
He was crawling back. I need a job.
I like Chrono's voice, but he works better as the kid in Buddy Fight as his backup character.
The deck.
Baku, he's the same voice as Baku in Buddy Fight.
Baku, motherfucker.
Baku. It's a good voice. That kid is a good voice, but...
You're gonna fucking hit.
Like I said, the kid is a good voice, but as the main character, he's not a super great voice actor. And then in the newest episode, they had the girl and the guy, like the two side characters.
He's cute.
You love Fluffy Litleo. They had the two side characters, and they were both passable. As far as I'm concerned, I like this dub season 1 more than season 1 of Vanguard dub. Because I always hated old Aichi and old Kai.
I disagree, but whatever.
I never watched dub.
Personal preference.
I feel like
the sub is always better.
I don't think so, but I feel like the dub was just really rough. It feels rushed, and maybe that's just my whole mindset. Like, they're rushing us, and so that's just my mind, like, forcing that on me.
There's things about it that feel rushed, but at least they're doing it, I guess. Like, I always prefer the sub of Vanguard. That's just me. Like, I just prefer it that way.
I just mostly prefer subs, because usually it's like, it mostly comes down to some voice actors, like the manly characters will have the really deep Japanese voice. They come over to America and it's like, hello! It's like, you're supposed to have all these dramatic, like, speeches, and you're just like, I'm gonna defeat you! It's like, I can't...
Because they're also 12.
Weevil Underwood, case in point. Ladies and gentlemen, go look up the Japanese voice for Weevil. It'll make your balls drop. I sure will.
Fairy Tail was like that. Natsu had, like, a really deep voice, but in the American it's like, I think I don't know, it's not the same chick that did Naruto, but it's like a really high voice, and he's like, I'm gonna get you with Dragon Slayer magic, and it's like, I'm not threatened at all anymore.
Natsu's not particularly
fucking sub purists over here.
No, it's just, here, actually, my reason for liking subs more than dubs is really, really lame. Even lamer than you think it is. Because I'm not familiar with the Japanese language, I don't care as much about the voice acting because I can't hear it.
Yeah.
Well,
so then I guess like reading it, it's totally different.
Subs come out usually a year before dubs, so that's good.
With Vanguard, that's not the case right now because they're trying to catch us up.
But I mean, most.
And 2 episodes a week is at least some penance for skipping a whole season.
True.
My biggest problem is that I don't know if they're going to release the movie. I kind of want to see the movie.
I think the issue is they can't find a distributor to bring it over.
They were very sarcastic about that on their Facebook.
Were they?
I'll fill you in on Andrew. I can fill in the podcast.
They were sarcastic that guy, but it was the real issue.
Somebody posted on their Facebook page that it was getting a Singapore release, which I believe means it's getting translated into English, doesn't it? Because
I believe so.
Isn't English their primary language, and they have
I don't fucking know.
English is a big language.
I speak Americanese.
English is a big language in Singapore.
We didn't know this for when we take them over. If they have oil.
They're very clean. That country's really clean, guys.
Singapore's a fine city.
Anyways, so it's getting translated over there, and somebody asked...
It's a city? I thought it was a whole country.
What am I thinking of?
Is it a city-state? Are you thinking of Bangkok? Bangladesh?
I'm just gonna go...
I just remember... one of my friends, he went there for the Navy, and he's like, yeah, Singapore's a fine city, because if you they have cameras everywhere, and if you mess up one thing, you get fined for it.
Yeah, official languages in Singapore are English, Malay, Tamil, and Mandarin.
Yeah, so they're like, Singapore's a fine city.
Mandarin's an orange, isn't it?
Mandarin's Chinese.
Yeah, and an orange.
I think Singapore is a country, the Republic of Singapore.
Nice.
What's the capital?
Singapore City.
You kind of catch me on the bottom end of the dock.
It's Flocknum!
No, I'm trying to get it.
Fucking, what's the
motto for Singapore is Majula Singapura, which means onward Singapore. And the capital is Singapore.
See, that's it. Singapore's a fine city.
That was an honest question.
It's both. It's one of those weird states like that.
It's Singapore.
So anyways, back where we got. Somebody asked on the Facebook page, why isn't it being brought over to English? And their actual response from their official English Facebook page was
thumbs up.
If you know a distributor who would like to release it, let us know. And I took that as fuck you.
That is a pretty big middle finger.
Because that sounds like a legitimate answer to the common person, but on a business level, they're not going to say that. That means we took a brief look into it, no one was interested, and we've bowed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is kind of sad, but I think it could still come out a Blu-ray release. Definitely not a theater release. I think Vanguard's too small, unfortunately.
I don't know. They decided to release the Yu-Gi-Oh! OVA that was only like 40 minutes long in theaters for like 4 showings.
I saw it.
That was used. I also saw it.
But it's got out the Malefic Red Eyes.
Yeah.
And the manga.
I still have it in its little manga book thing.
Well, maybe it will. I don't know. The point is...
And then we better get those promo Harmonic Messiahs, and then I'm going to bribe the cashier to give me
By the
all
way,
the Messiahs.
By the way, if we could broach that topic... I feel like the Harmonics Messiah is the biggest middle finger ever.
It's really...
Here's what it could have been. Harmonics Messiah could have been, it has the backing. Fuck using it as a card, because we can't use it until Stride comes out, which is March, 13th?
February 20th, end of February, because it's trial day.
Oh yeah, we'll get the trial
trial
decks
decks.
first.
So end of February. So that's when Stride becomes a thing. That's when we can G-assist, that's when we can Stride. So,
Oh god, I forgot about G-assist.
yeah. They could have used Messiah to fucking hype Stride even further and be like, what's this card? And then fucking tell people about Stride, or go to like the old Blaster Blade promo, like go to Vanguard.com.
There's promos for Buddy Fight Wise and Vanguard when they first come out. The Buddy Fight one's Drum Bunker, which I have, and the Blaster Blade for Vanguard. They say, like, go to this website and learn about this.
Wait, did Wave Shorts have one?
Wave Short does have one.
Which card?
I think it's a sword art card in English.
Why don't I have
Or-
this?
I don't know.
I don't know.
It may not exist. I
Fucking find it.
I feel like I think.
Find it, I will throw money at it.
Anyways,
But so I really feel like Harmonics Messiah could be like, what is this card? This card is a Stride. Here's how Stride works. But right now he's got no foiling. The art, he fucking looks awful.
Yeah.
I like the other art a lot better.
He's got standard Vanguard backing for the card. So like,
That pissed me
really
off.
if you do have to Stride, you have to sleeve it. I guess you don't have to, but it's just kind of a slap in the face. It just feels really phoned in.
No, you would have to sleeve it because I mean, I guess you're not supposed to. Well,
You
I
said it
that
outside.
doesn't matter.
Well, I guess they would know it's Harmonics Messiah if you didn't sleeve it.
And you'd be like a scrub because, admittedly, I totally agree with you. Probably not a card you're gonna want to run.
No, he's shitty. And then, like, he doesn't even have, like, the plus. Like, the fact that he's trying to get the heart.
Isn't the Fire Elemental one, wasn't that a promo? Or was that...
I think that's a common in
The
this
one
set.
that's called the Cray Elemental.
Yeah, the Fire one that's like the...
So it's a promo in the trial decks, but it's also a double R in the set.
Oh, okay. Because I was like, is that really just a promo in the thing? Because
No,
that's kind of
but the promos that came in those Japanese trial decks had triple R foiling, and they're fucking beautiful.
Oh, look out. Why don't we get that foiling? That foiling was gorgeous.
We might get it in.
No, stop telling me.
Don't give him false hope, bro.
I'm just going to be like, sign cards? Yes, I will take that. Just...
That is a cool
I
thing.
forgot about that, too. Yeah, they're doing
In the new trial decks, we get
decks.
signed
Oh,
cards.
and apparently they also come in every box.
Ooh.
Or it says display. I never know what that fucking means. If it means...
It means in the box trial decks.
Okay.
One per box of trial
Okay,
decks.
because display for me it sounds like a case. I don't know why. But if it's
It's because they open and they're supposed to display the products, but it's not like super clear.
Yeah, display, I always picture those like DVD stands that are like, here, buy this. I have a Spider-Man one of that. It's
I'm
so
sorry.
cool.
I'm just kidding.
I had Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. I had the whole fucking...
I hate it because I love that standard thing.
I have Black Ops 2 one.
We had it in our garage. We were going to try and put it in the closet. My mom pulled it apart for the cardboard so she can get like something down the stairs and didn't want to scuff up the thing. She's like, well, it's been sitting in the garage for 2 months, and it's like, because I don't got anywhere to put it in my room, and it's like,
The personal tragedy.
I'm like, it's Spider-Man, my favorite superhero. It's a display, like it's from a store. You can't get those. Like, I'm like, the salt was real that day.
I believe it.
We have that section at the end.
I think I actually went through the garbage and pulled it all out because we're
In tears.
No, I'm not joking. We were in a condo and it's in a fucking dumpster, and I got in there and I pulled that shit out.
Just in pure...
Commitment. I appreciate that. But yeah, so
Sorry.
bringing it all,
shit all over your person.
bringing it all back
bad.
to the topic, which was
Nambla.
which was number F, which was number F.
For Nambla.
The most unfortunate thing about all the catching up is that we really don't have. If ARG hadn't rolled around, there would be no competitive Legion format.
No.
Thankfully, ARG did roll around, and we got like 3 or 4 good tournaments in with just Legion.
I mean, Legion's not going away, but it's not going to be the focus anymore. You're like, oh, fuck, what's this Legion?
But they still, in GBTO2, everything in GBTO2 gets a Legion, and your card goes 2.
Right.
So the Legion's still a mechanic in the game, and I appreciate that they're trying to make it so that everything can be a thing. Like they're giving like Vermilion support, and they're giving Maelstrom a little support, and like they're trying to make everything a thing, which is a good long-term plan. Short-term, it makes for a strangely unbalanced game.
It just makes me feel cheap, man. It's like, fucking buy this, nerd. You know you want this Vanguard.
I don't know, I'm just very psyched about, like, Hot-Blooded Guru Tiger. I mean,
Yeah, so
just that name alone.
Hot-Blooded Guru Tiger. It's just very bittersweet, because we all love Vanguard.
Yeah.
And there's no too much, but there can be too much at once.
Yeah, so, I mean, like, I personally, I might buy Tachikaze out of your case just because they were like the first clan I ever built.
And they're cheap and they're fun and they're really cool.
Right, so that's it. But like, I'm not gonna build anything competitive out of this. There's no point. I gotta start getting ready to fucking beat Gear Chronicles because everyone's gonna play Gear Chronicles.
Okay, okay, no, everybody wants to. Not everybody's gonna afford.
That's always
it's 2 trial decks. That's the thing.
No, but that's the thing you keep overlooking because you say 2 trial decks, you get the bad Stride and the bad Perfect Guard, and one out of 2 trial decks, there is a card you don't get a full play set of. I've noticed that.
Which card?
There's a card that in the Japanese mega, like the special versions that we got, it has a triple R foiling. You know how it came with like 3 that have triple R foiling?
Yeah.
The Tiger. Tiger was only a 1 of.
Oh.
So there's cards that we don't get full play sets of. Maybe it's because they come in the set, but like it's not going to be competitive. It's going to be playable, unlike trial decks now where it's buy 4 and maybe.
Yeah. And
it's going to be playable, which is good for entering the game, but it's not going to be competitive. It might be fucking lame for a little bit, but like nobody's gonna get that Stride off. Don't even think you're high that Stride's gonna get off. I mean, don't get me wrong. If I get that off, I'm leaving. I'm done with Vanguard.
Like,
selling everything.
Lolikin actually played somebody on CFA and they got it off. But I think it was even worse. They counterblast before using the effect. They thought it was just counterblast, and then I looked, but they got it off, and he was just like, "You just left." He was like, "That's all you can do."
Those of you don't know what we're talking about. We probably do.
If I ever get that off, I'm like going super like weeboo and gonna be like, "Send you into the past, my turn again."
You send them a picture of you naked doing a Sailor Moon transformation.
That's great.
Princess Kenny.
That Stride is really, really gimmicky. It's when you attack, or after you attack, you check the top 4 cards.
Yeah, it's, you attack. I think, no, it's when you attack.
It's after you attack.
Is it after you attack?
I think because it doesn't
No,
count.
I'm pretty sure it's when you attack.
It's something. You check the top 4 cards. If you get 1 of each grade, counterblast 4, take another turn.
Or it's if you get 4 different grades, right?
Yeah, 0, 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
1 of each grade.
Or it's a grade 4. Just saying.
Not in the deck though. Well, I guess Kagero.
Dude, if you put Novell, if you take 1 Novell in.
But see, we're playing ARG, so we can mix that shit in.
Not
You know what? Fuck me. Andrew's right.
Crazy shit.
I'll put a copy of Novell in my fucking Gear Chronicle deck.
But yeah, it's just disappointing. Like, I know they want to bring us up, they're bringing it out. I just don't like how quick. Like, if by the end of the year, or like maybe mid-year even, we were Stride, thumbs up. The fact that it's like before fucking like end of first quarter, it's fucking retarded.
It's really fast.
Because 16E again, December.
I mean, I'm just happy it's just finally happening.
Yeah.
I mean, that we could have. I would prefer to be fucked a little now than just forever be like 3 sets behind and just
I don't care because I'm not that obsessed. Like, that's the other thing too. And like,
but
I guess
it's better as a community thing because everybody was like, "Oh man, April's here. Oh, look at this Legion stuff. Let's start selling everything."
Yeah, but I never like. I feel like there's people that are obsessed. Like, and forgive me if I'm wrong, but both the people that don't have the money to build a deck now, they're like, "Oh fuck you guys and your meta decks right now." But in 6 months, I'm gonna fucking save my pennies and I'm gonna have Legion before all y'all motherfuckers do.
Well, it was the same. I mean, there were those people, but there was also the people who could afford it. Were like, well, I'm going to hold on to. It's like nobody wanted to trade anything because it's like, well, I have no need for that because I'm not going to need it in 6 months. Yeah. They weren't enjoying what was in front of them. They just kept looking ahead.
I guess I'm kind of the same problem because I just set out for skip 17.
Yeah, it's just that it's kind of it's shitty all the way around because I like that at one point we'll be all caught up, but between now and then. I don't know how the game's going to be. I mean, I'm not going to, like, sell my Vanguard stuff and quit fire sale, GGGG, but I might spend a little more time in other card games that have fixed this problem already.
Well, I mean, it kind of worked because Bushiroad didn't do any tournaments during this time. They don't have any plans to, so it's not like they were just kind of fucking up the local scene, but it wasn't like major tournament.
But that's the problem, though, because I wanted there to be a major Bushi tournament that used Legion, like the
I know. Well, we have to give up some stuff to get stuff. It's basically how it is.
I think all 3 of us are coming from different perspectives. Extremes.
It's because, like...
Which is good.
Yeah, it is good. I I mean, it was. I prefer this than the way they tried the first time, where it's like 1, 2, 5.
That was worse.
And then 3 and 4 were completely irrelevant.
That was way worse.
Because they realized it because then nobody bought like 3. People bought 4 because of Shadow Paladins, because that deck. But 3 was just like, well, who?
Wasn't that deck like bad out of the box?
What deck? Shadow Paladins?
Yeah, the original
terrible.
Ride Chain.
That Ride Chain's bad.
Yeah, but I mean,
I love it.
It was the same thing. It was just like they just basically shot themselves in the foot because 2 full sets were just like garbage then. So
this is like,
and then they're like, okay, then which was even worse because then we didn't even get caught up somehow. They're just like, oh, well, here's 5. Now we'll release 3 and 4, and they just released it normally, and it was like, well.
I think it's because they realized people were actually like watching the manga subbed when they weren't expecting it to, and they're like, "Oh shit, people want." Oh no.
Yeah, people want. I can see that.
I think that's what happened.
Especially with the free YouTube, like why wouldn't you just watch it?
Because Bushiroad's like spring festival thing doesn't even start till April, and that's when we're getting all caught up. Because by the beginning of May, we'll be on GBD2, they'll be on GBD3, and we'll be all caught up and all the matches.
Fancy.
I think it's probably the best way to do it, but it's just not. I don't love it.
I'm not loving these. Can we at least dim lights? Make it nice and dark before I get fucked? Can I put on some lipstick first? Because I want to feel pretty.
When it's all over and you've been paid, I think it'll be way better. But until that time, maybe
just
Vanguard...
the fucking Bushiroad logo walking out. Zip. Changed on the dresser, nerd.
Basically that. And it's not like... Again, it's not my favorite thing.
Exclusive Watch Schwartz. You know you're going to buy it. On the Sonar 2 coming out.
And somehow we're getting Attack on Titan
first.
Yeah, we're getting before Japan.
I saw that.
That's so weird.
You know why?
Because weeboos eat it up.
Attack on Titan's more popular here than it is in Japan.
Yeah, there's
not even joking.
Weeboos are just like,
Japan did have the Marvel Attack on Titan crossover.
It's true.
Because it was that popular.
But that's also because Marvel's popular in Japan.
Fair enough. Anyway, Stride. So now we talked about the set. How do we all feel about Stride? I know we've based talk about it. I feel like it's going to be sacky. I feel like 16 crit, alls dump my hand every turn and triple crit you kind of shit. Like,
I don't disagree that will happen at first, but just like with every other mechanic,
you just got to get over it.
I think it was similar to Legion. We were so scared, like, oh god, this is going to come out, they're so big, we're going to get ranged all the time, and we're like, wait a sec. We're at 1 damage.
It's sacky, but it's not. You just change. You adapt to it. And I don't know if the game will be better or worse or the same, but you'll change. And it'll be okay. In the end, it may not be okay right when it comes out and it's gay.
Yeah.
Because that Knight of the Holy Blue Edge, like, the Royal Paladin trial, like, I think it's fucking broken. It's broken out of the box. Like, the Maiden of Flowers, the fucking Neonectar one is okay. Gear Chronicle one is cool because it's new clan. The Knight of the Holy Edge, if you stride over the Alta Mile main grade 3, it's call 2 from hand, 1 from deck.
Well, I mean, in their defense, they actually don't get that many cards out of GB1. They get
That's true.
They get like 12 or 16
they
cards.
They get like a stride and then a couple...
Yeah, they get like a few cards, but Gear Chronicle is just like...
You know what? That's a fair point.
So they're like, we gotta give them something good in the trial deck, because that's literally all they're getting.
That's all they get.
I don't want anybody to lose faith in the game, because I feel like it's very easy to do that.
Also, we've only seen 1 set so far. They're still releasing stuff for 2. I mean, we haven't even seen most of it.
And I will say, Generation Break is cool. Like, I guess, like, the comparable thing is to, like, when XZs came out, no one in Yu-Gi-Oh! Gave a fuck, because it was like, they're shitty. But when XZs became, when they prevailed, it was more of like, instead of having a deck that I have a combo in this deck I want to get off to win, it's more like now I have pieces to access this other deck outside my deck. So it's not, I need to draw this guy, I need 2 grade 4s or side or level 4s to overlay.
And I think Stride isn't like all one way or the other. I think there's ways to comparably build a Saki Stride deck and a deck to counter that. I don't think you should have to, because that's gay.
Right, but I mean...
Confirmed for Smash.
It could even be like, Vanguard right now even has Saki decks. Spike Brothers is a Saki deck. But then we also...
I don't want to talk about it.
Oh, it is Saki. But then we have cards that... I think, there will be some Stride Saki decks, but there'll also be some Stride, like, really combo-y.
And I think at the end of the day, it'll be just like this, where it's like, oh, Thing Saver is so broken. Oh, but normal Thing Saver, like a normal, well-made deck, just won.
Yeah,
and it's good. But I understand why you're doubtful, Jay. Yeah. I'm not like... Be like, fuck you, Jay, you're stupid. It's like, I totally understand.
I feel like where Bushiroad was just like, you're gonna get hit.
I'm just saying, have you been holding that Dimensional Police pilot thing for like all these months?
Dude,
has it been festering inside of you? Like, I'm waiting for the moment.
I just have a Doomsday Switch for everybody on that show. I was like, don't even fucking know die, you shit. But anyway,
you couldn't prove me wrong.
You couldn't prove yourself right.
Then you open up my box and it's like only Wonder Woman can kill Justin.
Ding. But the fact that Stride goes back face down and activates another game mechanic, I like that more.
That's my favorite thing about it, honestly.
Than just like staying on the field and like, ha 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 ha, fuck you.
Actually, I think my favorite thing about it is the generic strides.
Yeah.
I think that way they don't have to like piece out a little bit of mess support for somebody when you just have these generic strides that fit everybody and are really cool.
Oh yeah, like I know D-Police and Pale Moon can use the generic strides really well in their decks before they even...
That Ice Dude is legit.
Ice Dude, he's so cool. He's a frozen... See, how did they freeze that Seahorse, guys? Tell me.
And the only other thing, I guess, unless you guys have anything else to do on Stride, I feel like I've kind of hijacked.
No, I mean,
I mean, we just don't know enough. I mean, we have one set, and we're just like, okay, that's...
As with everything in Vanguard, I'm too deep. I don't hate it. If it comes out, I buy it all, and it sucks, I'll stop playing. And that's sad, and then there'll be no more podcasts.
You won't stop.
But it won't be I don't think it'll be the case. I don't think Bushiroad's 30 circle-jerking Japanese guys and 2 girls...
Yeah, you're going to see something you like, and you're like, oh my god, best game ever.
I don't think they're going to go out of their way to ruin it. I think right now they're kind of fucking up English, but I don't think they're going to go out of their way to ruin the game with a new mechanic yet. The game's too new.
Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh's at that point pendulum. Just pendulum should that's the gayest mechanic ever.
It's gay and it doesn't even like unbalance the game that hard. It's just a bad mechanic.
I mean, they just really ran out of ideas. They're like, okay, let's tune her.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Then let's succeed. Now,
but first though, XZs were shit. I remember like looking into like, should I buy Utopia? And now everything was like, fuck it, synchros for life.
No, but here's the thing. It's not that pendulums are really good or really bad. It's that pendulums, like the Cliff Forts, or is that what they're still called?
Yeah, Cliff Forts.
Yeah.
They're fine and they're good and they occasionally top a tournament, but the mechanic's bad and badly designed, and there's so many weird little caveats with it because the game is so
They're
old.
the defined deck right now.
Are they really? I thought Burning Abyss was still...
Yu-Gi-Oh changes every month. Like the last tournament, ARG, like the majority of the tops were Cliff Forts.
The new Cliff Fort support is pretty good too.
And even next set, they get even more. Like, they basically, every time they tribute a Cliff Fort, they get to draw a card.
Yeah.
So it's like tribute 3, draw 3. It's just like, wow. And then they go to the extra deck and then you just resummon them. Like, it's like you don't lose any advantage whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a really sacky.
Yeah, it's a really just bad mechanic. They had to create their own zone to throw it in there, and it's just
that's how you know it's a bad mechanic.
And I actually said going into the next time.
Don't say that. That's what Vanguard did.
Is fucking.
It's cool though.
So with most of the sets, like Gear Chronicles, I see nothing that's especially broken. I think they're a little bit convoluted and weird, like the 0, 1, 2, 3 shit and whatever. Yeah. But everything seems kind of balanced, and like here's the Stride, except Aqua Force. Like, fucking. Yeah,
Aqua Force is support.
Today I'm breaking the game.
Fuck you guys.
You can't target Aqua Force. This motherfucker attacks in the back row. This motherfucker plus Maelstrom means no guard.
Now that is where I leave you, because fuck that shit. That's so. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Like,
It's never been that state where it's just like you can't guard. You just cannot.
I am still in the realm of. I'm still in 2 realms about that thinking, which is that shit's all broken and dumb. But right now in the meta, there's no 5 damage. There's no game at 5 damage.
Right.
You're at 4. You go to 6.
The thing, though,
most of the decks.
There's a Shark that's a 7K booster that Limit Break.
But he doesn't work for Ultimate Break.
He doesn't work for Ultimate Break?
No, he only works for LB4. So Glory Maelstrom. So Glory Maelstrom be unblockable. I think it's more likely like some support for Maelstrom.
Self-damagers?
I guess, or some support for a Maelstrom Legion is more what I think is coming.
Okay, I can do
Grade 3 Legion revival thing.
I feel like Restraint. I feel like Restraint should be like Counterblast 1. This unit gets Restraint.
Restraint's a really... I don't know if it's broken, but it's a really heavy mechanic. I think it's because Aqua Force was like, somebody at Bushi really likes Aqua Force, and they were really, really good at one time. And then the other guys were like, fuck you, show. We're gonna make these legions lame. And he was like, fuck you guys.
Isn't the Japanese thing, they just like pirates and ships and like non-Japanese stuff?
Well, because
that's why New Batama Murakumo gets shit on, because they're the most Japanese thing in the whole
They're really Japanese.
You're not even wrong. I never thought about
it. Ninja, like, we don't give a shit.
Dude, I've never thought about that either, but he's totally right.
Just blow my mind.
Fucked everyone.
Jesus.
But like, the thing I think is the weirdest. I know everybody's mind's blown. The thing I think is the weirdest.
A blown mind.
You can take a break, Jay.
I'm gonna take life.
The thing I think is the weirdest, Andrew, because Jay's now.
I gotta walk.
The thing I think is the weirdest is that the first of the new Aqua Force legions they showed off was like zombie pirates. Have you seen that legion? They kind of look like
what?
For Aqua Force. They showed off like a zombie.
The GB2 one?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I have not looked at that one.
They're kind of like zombie Aqua Force dudes, and that was the legion they showed off.
So it's Grand Blue.
It looked very Grand Blue. I'm gonna try and pull them up really quick, but it's just I feel like they went out of their way to make the character in the anime have a really lame gimmick. And I think his gimmick is like he's a trickster type guy. I hadn't watched those episodes yet.
Neither have I. I'm so far behind on
And then it makes the cards like have to kind of conform to that. And then the cards, I'm not even sure they're broken. They're just so like it's just like what the fuck are you doing? Like restraint's a weird mechanic. Yeah. I don't know that it breaks.
It's very weird they made Aqua Force a trickster deck. I mean that's just not what it is.
I think they designed the character first and then went back and fixed it later.
Well, I mean, it seems like it's a foil to Leon, who was like super serious. I feel the wind.
That's not a bad point. That's not a bad. He's like, I feel the wind.
I'm just kind of shocked. I remember what foil was from like fucking high school in a drama. Like, yeah.
When he just fucking wasn't that his Taqualia though? He called the wind.
Yeah, but look at this guy, Blue Storm Marie General Michael. He has kind of a Grand Blue like zombie face. He has something wrong with his face.
Nah, dude, he's just like Space Navy.
Space Navy. Maybe
That's what it looks like. Space Navy.
Okay, but like...
So Grand Blue's like the Royal Fleet, Aqua Force like the Royal Fleet, and Grand Blue's like the pirates that invade them.
Yeah, it's just...
It's like Pirates of the Caribbean.
I don't know that it's broken. It's just so weird and out of left field.
At surface level, it seems broken, and there's nothing else in the game like
surface,
that now.
Water.
But seriously.
The closest thing I could relate to that is locking. And like... Because with locking, like, what? Locking is OP as fuck.
I thought you said walking.
He had to take a walk, so it's okay.
But but locking, like, when that was first, like, talked about, I remember, that's fucking, that's retarded.
We can't use our shit? And then we saw, like, literally, it's so hard to lock shit.
Yeah, like, locking is, like, probably the most,
like, I get to grade 3, hopefully I have a card that can lock stuff, then all my other stuff can start locking stuff.
Yeah, no, it's really, like, I feel like it's one of the more balanced mechanics.
Yeah. And then the thing I think that is even extra layers of weird for the Aqua Force stuff, the other stuff they've shown off from the set is totally normal. like the Great Nature stuff is the most Great Nature shit ever.
I feel it's kind of like they're giving off the actual character support, and then they're just giving off generic Aqua Force support. Like it's not supposed to be one thing. It's like how Kagro got their Kagro stuff, but then they threw the X in there.
Yeah, that's not a bad point because I feel like that Legion, which I just showed you, would be like his main thing.
Yeah.
I don't think he has Maelstrom.
Well, plus I can see his shit coming up in the show, like, you can't target my guy because of endurance, or whatever it's called.
Are we talking about this? He doesn't wear glasses.
Yeah, sorry.
But like his trial deck, like it's just those kind of dudes, and then the Maelstrom stuff is more like the Crimson, where it's like, hey, old fangirls, you want to feel big again?
So it's like it's kind of like with the Link Joker from these last two sets. You can't treat it as one Link Joker thing. You got your deleter stuff, and you got your Starbangers.
That's a good point, actually. Glad we talked through this because
you were dropping knowledge tonight.
This is why I love Andrew. He's so many decks. Don't know where they come. They pop out of fucking thin air, and then he knows everything. But like, capable assistant guru. Like, is that not a great name?
Yeah, just I think. It got me because of Guru, but then Hot Blooded is just like, I love that.
So he's the Legion mate. His thing is, when he attacks, if his power...
He's a tiger just yelling at people. He's just like, ah! It's like, yes!
When he attacks a Vanguard, if his power is 20,000 or more, draw a card.
What?
The Legion mate for the main guy. That's his effect.
Wow.
When he attacks, if he's at 20,000 or more, draw
that's a
card.
rare ability, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So how do you make him 20,000?
Get good.
I mean, you would literally have to give him 3,000-4,000 boosts.
Well, he gets boosting counts.
Oh, it counts as that. I thought it would be like more like Dayusha, where it's like before it attacks, it needs to.
No, because the way boosting works is like you give the power there, so it would include the boost.
Does it say before he attacks?
When this unit attacks.
Right, so it's before boosting.
Is that how that works?
Because that's Dayusha. It's when this unit attacks.
Oh,
so we did 14k.
Yeah, maybe. Well,
I think Dayusha's worded different.
Is it?
Look up Dayusha. Well, you read the Dayusha page.
I read the Dayusha lore, motherfucker.
Guys,
and I was still.
We're all friends.
You weren't wrong. You weren't right. There's a difference
Everything spreads
between not being wrong and being right.
Jay, this unit says at the beginning of your attack step.
Okay, fair enough. Well then, yeah, you just boost him. He's good.
Yeah, it'll get there. That's a great card.
See, that's always what's confused me about boosting, because it was like, what was it, with the Sanctuary of Light?
Yeah.
It's like, it boosts, and you give it, but then you attack, but then if you give it to the rear guard, it still gives
It's one of those weird, like, everything's
because it's
kind of
continual
the same.
application of
Okay, I always just visually treat it as when you tap, all that power just transfers.
Right, but it's
so
like
then I would treat it as in he would have a 3,000 like left behind type thing.
but it's like a constant, like he's always broing it up. That's why the game thing I've been doing lately is like crit trigger, crit to my Vanguard, power to the booster.
I don't think that works though, does it?
It does, because it didn't miss timing, bro. The boosted power is constantly applied to the Vanguard.
Maybe we should read a rulebook.
That's cool.
It is cool. Because that's exactly how Sanctuary Light works. There's just 20 attacks.
Yeah, you're right. Not a bad point.
But so anyway, we're getting probably close on time, ain't we?
We are at 6 hours. No, we're at just over an hour.
Nice.
So can we do one more quick segment? Because I want to
Definitely. Anything else?
I want to talk about a little more Hero World buddy fight thing.
The perfect pack guy.
The perfect pack guy, Captain Answer. His effect.
He's fucking amazing.
Answer question. You may pay a gauge. If you do, declare a monster or spell and put the top card of your deck into the drop zone. If that is the card with the declared type for this turn, this card gets double attack. And then he has the transform thing, which is like the you turn into him kind of
You put on
mechanic.
his outfit.
Holy crap, that's a good card.
Yeah, they're fucking cool. Perfect pack, all the cards look really good.
You know what? That's the first time I've ever been like, that's a good Darkness Jockey card.
You heard it here first.
Didn't this is something about some trolley like level 4 promo shit?
No, it's so you haven't watched the anime because you know it's bad.
Yeah, of course.
So the main bad guy has this thing where like he talks to like 3 dragon heads that float in the air, and like they're really the main antagonist.
Kind of, yeah. His design's similar. He's a communist.
He's a communist.
He's olive drab, and like his fucking buddy gadget is a red star. I shit you not.
But then they showed off recently that
Come, Red Dragon.
Exactly.
there's always been.
Come on, the Russia.
Don't turn around.
There's
So
always.
one holds the hammer, one holds the little like pick.
The sickle?
Yeah, they're just like,
Shing.
dun, dun, dun.
From Soviet Russia, Dragon Darkness, you.
Woo! But yeah, there's always been like the implication.
He was so happy we shit all over him.
No, I'm still rolling with it. It's okay. It's funny.
I'm so excited for Buddy Fight. And we're just like,
No, I don't necessarily get totally communist. I'm just trying to get into the segment. Like,
okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So,
Big dumb dragon.
Because you asked about the size 4, and there's 2 things to that. One is that the main bad guy who they revealed more recently is like white hair. That's his buddy monster, and it's a size 4 for some reason. And it has something to do with the fact that he has a new archetype called Deity, which Iceblade Astrolux also has, even though he's not.
Because he's a god.
Because they're gods. They're literally gods.
Yes, that's what deity means. Because I went to a library and I read that word, but I couldn't find Legion.
It's Leggy Ion.
So this card is called
Are
Demonic.
you answering that?
The G Ion.
Fuck you guys.
It refers to the gumption of the people in the Leggy Ion.
My point was gonna be, he's a bad card. I don't care what the size 4 gimmick is.
What is size 4?
They haven't said.
Like, you can't have size 0s even?
Probably. That's what I
Yeah.
would assume. No, they're gonna add negative size cards.
This card's a -1.
You have to have a -1 with him.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Did that for a bit, where they did the, well, they didn't do it in the actual game, they did it in the anime, where they had negative tuners. Where they were
I
like
remember that
level
shit.
8, and if you tune it with a 3, you can make a -5.
That's a thing?
Yeah, it was like dark tuners and dark synchros or whatever.
There's no actual cards of that, are there?
No, they did release the cards, but they made them normal.
Okay, that's what I thought. But yeah, so he's just like, I don't know what the point of having that gimmick is, because he's not that good.
It's gotta be size 4, and no size 0s. That's the only
Or
thing.
maybe Buddy Fight gets an extra deck now.
Too soon.
We're gonna strive.
You're killing
Buddy
Jay over
Fight.
here. You're killing Jay.
I love the game, but it's not doing anything in America.
Unfortunately.
Like, Y Shorts has, like, the rabid, like, waifu fandom.
Oh, of course.
Plus, it's a fun game. I like
If we ever
it.
get those cockroach insect things, the waifu killer deck.
Oh my god, fuck, have you seen that?
No.
It's the anime's about like
The ones where they like turn people into bugs and send them to space.
so the anime's about they try to like terraform this planet by sending bug people onto
Right,
it.
terraformers.
And then they turn evil and like across the planet so they send different bug people to fight them. And there's a white. It's called the Waifu Killer.
Yeah, there's one card, and you're allowed to have 40 or wait, what the fuck is Wave Short's size? 50. You're allowed to have up to 50 of him in the deck, and he gains 2,000 for every one of his name on the field.
Oh, nice.
So he's just like a big stupid rushdown idiot.
So everybody's like, oh, they're just run 42 of him, and he climaxes, and they're just like,
I'm an asshole.
The Waifu Killer, that's great. I wanted printies.
Yeah.
So bad do I want printies.
They're actually, in the Sword Art 2 that we get in April, you can build a Duff Gun deck, who is no, nobody's watched Sword Art, but Death Gun was a guy who, like, in the gimmick in the thing was he killed people in the game.
You would shoot him in the screen and be, heart attack.
Yeah, basically, when he's in play, you can select cards and they get the target trait, and then he has, like, various abilities, like, if there is a grade 2 or less with target in its name, you can automatically kill it.
That sounds hype as fuck.
That sounds really cool.
And I think his grade 3 is, and then one of them's like, if the card across from you has target, kill it before battle step. So then you make it a direct attack.
Nice.
And they call it the anti-waifu.
Not before I make it.
They call it the anti-waifu killer deck. It is red, so we all get the gate triggers or the door triggers with it.
Okay, so when does that come out? What's the release date?
It comes out in April.
That was like, is it a specific date or just April?
Well, it has, of course, but
okay. But just I
think it's. But what's really weird is I think it's just a straight up extra booster that we're getting, which this will be our first extra booster. Because everything else has been like full sets, and if they had an extra booster, they just kind of like
lumped
it in there, and they completely missed all the ratio.
They got a Cold Stone. You just fuck Butterfinger into your ice cream.
So anyway, we'll have this topic off. We're coming up on time.
See the
Schwartz.
But the buddy
I know,
fight,
but no one cares.
I was just trying to get the release date because I was going to be like, the Buddy Fight Perfect Pack comes out in March.
Nice.
Thank you for the first week in March.
So you buy money.
They're beautiful.
I mean, can I just go on tangents? You all delete it later.
Sure.
No, I mean, like I said, we'll do this afterwards. We just say goodbye to people, make an intimate connection.
And then we
with
can do the bonus footage later.
Okay. I will wait.
So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the third episode of Stay in the Podcast. What was the goofy name we came up
It was fucking CROSSRIDU WINTERBREAKU! And I got that piece together through audio.
It's really,
so
really great. CROSSRIDU WINTERBREAKU. And we hope you guys have a super swell rest of whenever you listen to this.
We out! Now